I have been in a lot of conversations lately about Gina, nobody's seeing my content. Gina, I'm posting all the time. I'm following all of your suggestions. I'm doing what I think I'm supposed to do, but nothing is happening. And then I ask, so what are you doing aside from just posting? What are you doing on social media? And then I typically get, um, what do you mean? Like nothing. I don't have time for that. Or I get, well, I'm just like checking out what my friends and family are doing. So I hope that this changes today with what I'm going to share with you, because that's not going to work. If you're trying to use social media as a marketing tool to help drive your visibility, leads, and sales. Okay. Posting, for one, is not a marketing strategy. It's part of marketing. Content is part of marketing, but posting your content is not a marketing strategy. So you can't just like post and then walk away and hope that people actually see your content. It doesn't work that way. And more, as these platforms get even more saturated, as more people are using AI, there's more information and content being put out there like every millisecond, the more that this is going to be important for you to really just embrace. And if you don't want to make this commitment, then I would suggest to you stop wasting your time on trying to market yourself on social media, because it's just not going to work. Okay. So I get people coming to us all the time like, I'd love for you to manage my social. And they don't understand what that really means. As an agency, we don't just manage people's social media. We're not just social media managers. We are strategists. There's strategy involved. What happens is many entrepreneurs will hire a virtual assistant to manage their social media without any strategy. And I have amazing virtual assistants on my team, but we work together collectively with strategy. So most of the time when you're hiring somebody just to manage your social, they're just a social media manager. They're literally taking content and they're posting it. They're not doing much more than that. And typically, unless they have a marketing degree or unless they have had experience for years in marketing, they also do not have a strategy. So this is really important, because this SOP that I'm going to share with you, which is basically my process that I do every day, when you do it like this, it is so hyper focused and so intentional that you actually get something out of it. Okay. When I first started on social media, all of my profiles were super private. I did not have anything public. I didn't even switch some posts to public. You know, you can switch, you can decide on a specific post. If you want to make it public, you can make it public. And I'm talking about my personal profile. Everything was private. Everything was always set to private, because my intention when I was using social media back then, before I knew better, was really only to stay in the loop with what was happening with friends and family around the world. Really, that was it. Okay. I wasn't intentionally using it for my business. Now, although hype media started back then, this is back in 2009, social media was really not that big of a thing yet for marketing businesses. But once that did start to evolve and I realized that I needed to evolve, that's when I started to change my approach on this. It's been a journey. It has not always been easy, because I still like to keep many things private, and I still do. Okay. But now, and this is probably for at least, I would say 11, 12 years now, every time that I post something on social media, I would say about 80% of the time, there is an intent behind that. I have a goal. My goal is either to activate my audience, like get them to raise their hand, right? Or it's to get them just to simply react, or get them to comment, or get them to send me a DM. But I'm not just posting just to post because somebody told me that I need to post once a day or twice a day or 3 times a day. If that's what your only action on social media, but you want a different outcome because your intention is to actually get the right people to see your content, it's not going to work that way. All right. So here's some insider tips. Number one thing that should be on this SOP of yours that I'm going to share with you right now. The day before, or the night before, the next day, make a list of 5 to 10 people that you are connected with personally on your social media profile. And this strategy, guys, works with LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Okay. Those are like my main platforms. So whatever platform that you are usually on. Okay. If you want to do this on all platforms, great. You know what? It'll take you about 45 minutes. Not a big deal because you're actually going to get something out of it. But my main platform, honestly, is Facebook. I'm there on Instagram. I am on LinkedIn and I'm doing more over there, but I'm just going to give you the Facebook example for today. Okay. But just know this works for any of those 3 platforms. So the night before, make a list of 5 to 10 people that you are personally connected to, meaning on Facebook, they are a friend of yours. You can also, if your Facebook profile is now a professional profile, you can use followers. Okay. But choose 5 to 10 people that you feel are going to be one of these things: a potential client, a referral partner, or a power partner. A power partner is someone that you can collaborate with and do like, email swaps. You could interview each other live on Facebook, things like that. I won't dive deep into that, but these are the kinds of things that I teach inside of my programs. Okay. So think of 5 to 10 people, literally write them down. Okay. Keep a spreadsheet if you can. That's even better, but write it down. Then following morning, or I do this in the morning. So I'm going to give you my example. In the morning, this is usually while I'm like drinking my coffee and I have the news on before I really get my day started. What I'll do is I'll just go on my phone and I have that list of 5 to 10 people and I will go to their personal profile. Each of those 5 to 10 people, go to their personal profile, see what they've been up to lately, and I will comment on their most recent 1, 2 to 3 posts. It really depends what mood I'm in. It depends how much time that's going to take. But I'll comment on their most recent 1, 2 to 3 posts. And I don't just leave like love it comments. Okay. I leave like a real, genuine human connection comment. Like I really want to have a conversation with this person. I also react to their post. So I give it a love or like. Now, if the person that's on this list, if when I go to their personal profile, they haven't posted something in like a month, I'm going to skip them because I want to go also to people's profiles who are active on social media. Because if they're not active, this whole strategy is not going to help me and it's not going to help them. All right. So here's what happens with this. When you do this, when you are using these platforms, let's just pretend Facebook, intentionally as a user, not just as a content dumper and a marketer, now what's happening is that Facebook is going to reward you and it's going to show your content more to those people that you have chosen to engage on their content. That is just how it works. It's like, it sends like a zap, right? And it connects you guys. Okay. So that's the first thing that I do. The second thing that I do is I will then send those 5 to 10 people a personal message in Messenger, wherever it is. And I will send them something like, again, it depends on the situation, how long I've known the person, what I saw in their content, right? But it could be something like, hey, we haven't connected in a while and I just wanted to say hi. I mean, this is social after all, isn't it? Now, this part that this is social after all, isn't it? I actually learned from one of my business friends who's also a mentor of mine, and she's amazing, Jenna. My point is send them a personal message. Don't try to sell them anything. Oh my gosh. Yesterday, I sent some connection messages to people that have been following me or have friended me and I didn't accept their friend request and I did. And immediately after I accepted their friend request, I sent them a message that said, hey, so nice to connect. I'm so glad that, you're in my Facebook world. Just saying hi to be social because that's what social is all about. I don't know if you know, but this is what I do. I love to know what you do. Maybe we can support each other. You know what? There were 2 people. Their immediate response was, I think you would love this mastermind of mine. It was like so robotic. So don't do that. Okay. At all. That's not what I'm suggesting here. All right. So after you send the DM, then hopefully you have a content calendar. You know what you're going to put out there that day. And now when you go to post your content, which by the way, just needs to be one piece of content, not like 3 or 5. When you go to post your content that day, you're going to get more of those people that you have engaged with to see your content. And if you're putting content out there in a way that's building your thought leadership and it's really like helping you to really claim your space and your niche, and people are seeing you as this credible resource, as a go-to solution, your content is actually going to start working for you. Okay, that should literally take you about 15 minutes. Now, you do want to track who you're sending messages to. So that's why I suggest to keep a spreadsheet, or better yet, use a social media CRM. My favorite is Group Track. That's what I use. It's a great way to keep track of who you are having conversations with on Facebook. It also works over on Instagram, and soon it's going to be coming out for LinkedIn. That's it. I mean, literally, that should take you about 15 minutes. If you want to do more, by all means, do more. Maybe you want to do 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the afternoon. Okay. I personally suggest to do this every single day, Monday through Friday. As time goes by, you get good at this and your engagement is picking up. Give yourself some slack. You don't have to do it every day. But there are times that I'm like, oh my gosh, like, why didn't anyone see this? And then I realized, Gina, you need to be engaging more. Time goes by quick. We get busy. But again, if you want to use these platforms to help you boost your visibility, your leads, and your sales, you have to use them as a user, not just as a marketer. Okay. This is very, very true for you if you are a coach, if you're a consultant, if you're a professional service provider, right? So typically you are the one delivering the deliverables to your clients. If you're an e-commerce brand, it works a little different, but that's more like getting into paid traffic is really where you're going to get your most visibility there, which we're not talking about right now. I'm talking about specifically if you are the business, okay, and people are buying you. This is definitely something that you need to commit to if you want these platforms and the algorithm to literally become your best friend, okay? The last thing I want to say about this is that if you feel like only your friends and family are seeing your posts, this is why, because you are only engaging with your friends and family. So you need to step out of that and start engaging with people outside of that friends and family network. Okay. If you don't have lots of friends, connected friends that are not just friends and family and are actually, people that could be ideal clients or referral partners or power partners, if you don't have enough of those, then I suggest you start networking more. Start networking in other Facebook groups, network outside, like in person. And when people ask you for like your contact info, say, oh, I connect with people over on Facebook, and bring them over, like invite them to be a friend of yours over on Facebook or wherever, Instagram or LinkedIn, right? So that's how you start to build that list as well. But what you want to do is make sure that you are not just engaging in your comfort zone. Like, get out there. Okay. It's part of being a CEO. All right. So I hope that was helpful. Bye, guys.